Hello friends, in today's class we'll learn two more situations when we use simple present tense. In the first video that I made on this topic, I explained to you that we use simple present tense when we are conveying facts which are true for a long time. For example, if I say, my brother works in railways, that means my brother is working in railways and he will be working there for quite a long time. So we will say it is a sentence which is a simple present tense. My brother works in railways. Now here we have added s to the verb because my brother is third person. I had told to you, I had explained to you that when the subject is third person singular, we use s or es with the verb and there is no helping verb, is, am, are. So this is a fact which is true for a fairly long time. Okay. Now we'll come to the second situation. If I say, my mother washes clothes in the morning. So I am giving an information about a routine that my mother follows. What is the routine? She will always wash clothes in the morning. So the action is happening at a particular point of time. Now if I say, my mother is washing clothes. So when I make this statement, the mother is actually washing clothing. The action is happening at that point of time. Here the action is not happening when I make this statement. I am only giving an information about a routine. Here it is information about the action actually happening. So we use this simple present tense when we have to talk about a routine or habit or a schedule. Something is done at a particular point of time or on a particular day or during a particular week. So it cannot be, it is not necessary that it should be a specific point, but a thing is done as per some schedule or routine or habit. We can even use the word habit. So whenever we are talking about some action which is done as per some routine or habit or schedule, we use simple present. That means there will be no helping verb here, and with the verb, main verb, we have added es because my mother is third person. Here the action is actually happening. So there is a helping verb and the word ing with the verb. So you can make any number of sentences like this. For example, Ram goes to school by bus. That means he is following a particular schedule. He will go to the school by bus. Okay? I go for a walk in the morning. I play football on Sundays. Let's say, again, I'll explain the difference between two sentences to you. I play football on Sundays. Now why I am using Sundays, plural? Because every Sunday I go and play football. I am playing football. Now when I say I am playing football, that means I am actually doing that activity. That action is happening. I am actually playing football. Here I'm not playing football, I'm just giving an information about my habit or my routine. What's my habit or routine? That every Sunday I will play football. So whenever you have to give a routine or schedule, you use frequency words like sometimes, always, ठीक है, occasionally, never. It never rains here. So this is a information about a particular schedule which is done or which is carried out or which is not carried out, and that activity happens accordingly. So whenever you have to talk about a habit or routine, habit or routine or a schedule, you will use simple present tense. That means there will be subject plus verb, and if it is third person, you will add s or es only with third person singular, third person singular, and then object. And some frequency words, sometimes. So what is a frequency word? The word that tells how frequently a thing happens, how frequently an action is done. Sometimes, often, always, occasionally. So there are any number of frequency words. Or even you can say about the time. I get up at 6 in the morning. This is also a routine. I get up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Or you can say I get up at 6 a.m. daily. Every day I get up at 6 in the morning. So this is a sentence in simple present tense. We are not using any helping verb, is, am, are. These are not being used, and the verb in the basic form. I get up at 6 a.m. Or you could say I always get up at 6 a.m. This is also a frequency word. Or you could say I sometimes get up at 6 a.m. So this is how you convey your schedule or your routine or your habit. My mother always goes to temple on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, my mother will go to the temple. So this is a sentence in simple present tense. Always means without any exception, every day, every Tuesday. Every Tuesday she will go to the temple. Goes. This is verb in the basic form, and we have added es because this is third person singular. And if your mother was actually going on Tuesday, you will say, my mother is going to temple. If she was going, then you would say she is going to temple. But if you're talking about her routine or habit, you will say, my mother always goes to temple on Tuesdays. So this is the second situation where we use simple present tense. So one more situation I'll cover in this video. If I say sun rises in the east, this is a fact which is always true. It is called universal truth. It is always true. Sun will always rise in the east. So when you are talking about facts which are always true, you will use simple present tense. Okay? Or you can say sun sets in the west. Always true. Ganga flows from east to west. Always true. Ganga will always flow from east to west. It will never change the direction. It will never start traveling in any other direction. So these are statements which reflect facts which are always true. So we use simple present tense. And here again you will notice we are not using any helping verb. And since these are all third persons, we are adding S everywhere. Sets, flows, rises. And supposing you are watching the sunrise, and what will you say? Because that action is sun is rising. Sun is rising in the east. So this is the time when sun is actually rising and you are observing it, you are watching it, and you are making a statement. You are making a statement about an event which is actually happening. This fact is a statement. This fact conveys a statement. This statement conveys a fact about the action which is actually happening. This event is actually happening. Or if you would say, sun is setting in the west. So when the sun is actually setting, you will say this thing. Because you are conveying an information about an event which is actually happening, an action which is actually happening. Okay, for example, I said I play football on Sundays. That is only an information. But when I say I'm playing football, that means I'm conveying information about an event or action that is actually happening. So present tense is always for action happening. And this is conveying information about facts which are always true, which are temporally true, or which are conveying about some schedule or routine or habit. So we'll conclude this video here, and in the next video we'll learn some more situations when we use simple present tense. So if you like my video, please share it with your friends and please subscribe my channel. Thank you.